Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late February 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Taurus collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. I'm sure you are. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. Yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for Taurus here, late February? Last few weeks have been interesting readings, my friends. Okay, so we do have this person with a tree sprouting out of their head. This does talk about fruitful ideas. The mind space could be really prominent this week. The thought processes, what's on your mind, literally. I do like this card, though. It's positive. Now, before we start peeling back the layers on that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the February subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Have a look at this card. So you see that woman in a beautiful dress. She has a tree sprouting out of her head, and the tree is bearing fruit. So to me, this is a really good card of like fruitful ideas, good ideas, an abundance of that mental energy in a really positive way. So maybe you're thinking a lot, maybe you have a lot on your mind, of course, that could be represented here. But notice there's books here. Now is a great time for learning, acquiring new knowledge, coming up with ideas. You might be thinking outside of the box in this time. So this is a really good card. And I wouldn't say it's necessarily negative. The only rough thing we see with it is maybe it's someone that's overthinking. So that is a possibility in the coming days and weeks, that your mind might be overthinking a little bit. And if that were the case, I would say do some creative projects or endeavors to help relieve yourself. But we're going to get into tarot. I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. But let's get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. So let's go, my God. Shuffle it up for Taurus, please. What do we got for my friends? So, last week's reading, it was titled, and you know me, I try to title it as simple as possible, straightforward, with at least one major event of the reading. It was titled, Beware of This Person. And that was showing up in several parts of the reading, that there might be someone around you that's a bit unsavory or someone to watch out for, okay? But we're going to see what we have for you this week. I say it every week that energies are very fluid. They're never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, okay? Let's get you 3 cards. Because we could be seeing your energy or somebody else's. There's a lot of Tauruses out there going through a lot of different things. So let's get 3. Late February, please. And the deck is being specific now. There we go. Thank you. All right, so we have the 4 of Swords. You might need to rest from something. You might need to take a break. This could be a big link to spirituality. But whenever I see this card, I do think of the sleep states. That's a big thing. So let's get 2 more. Could be someone having a rough time sleeping. Okay, thank you. 7 of Swords. So that similar energy that we were seeing last week is still sticking around a little bit with the 7 of Swords. Let's get 2 more. Or 1 more, pardon me. What do we got for Taurus, please? Lots of swords. And like I was saying, the overabundance of the mental energy could be heavy. Okay? 8 of Pentacles. And I will say this, Taurus, I've had the 8 of Pentacles in every earth sign reading this week. Okay, so it could be a big focus on your money. Let's go through. I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get the juicy intuitive stuff. So at first glance, like I was saying, remember the abundance of thought, the abundance of the mind. We're starting with double sword cards here. So they're all about communication and the mental. But position number 1, we do have the 4 of Swords. If you look at the imagery on this card, you see this individual, it looks like they're laying down, looks like they're possibly sleeping. So I do see a connection to spirituality here. It could be meditative states. You might be exploring meditation or anything in that realm, which would be a good thing. A portion of you could be having issues sleeping, a little insomnia, waking up a lot at night. That could be it with this. Or there is something you need to put a stop to or take a break from when we have this 4 of Swords. Not necessarily a bad card. I see it as neutral. A rougher side of this card is somebody who is like extremely inactive like not willing to do something, not willing to make a move. So there might be someone around you that fits that bill, but it could be sleep-based and even paranormal. Moving to the center, this is where we might have a warning this week. Just like in last week's reading, Beware This Person, we have the Seven of Swords. Now, I always like to give the positive side of cards and the challenges. The Seven of Swords, the challenges are, it could be somebody that's a little bit sneaky, right? This is a card of snakes. This is a card of lies and thieves and stuff like that. This isn't the card we really want to see much of in a tarot reading. Now, a positive side of this, it could be somebody doing things in secret or just things happening that are just out of your view. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad, but there could be some mystery, the unexpected around you when we have this type of card. And the fact that we have like the Four of Swords and the Seven of Swords, like there's a lot of mental energy here. There's a lot of thinking about something. So you could really be trying to analyze something, or hopefully you're not overthinking. But as we get to the back end here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Like I said, it showed up in every single earth sign this week. The Eight of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards in the whole entire tarot deck. So this could be you with work things on the mind, with all this air energy, money, work. It could just be on your mind. It could be consuming you in some sort of way. So watch out for that. This could also be Spirit giving that advice that I gave early on with this card, that if your mind is going, if there's a lot you're thinking about, keeping yourself busy is extremely important. But like I said, some of you could just be, you know, really consumed with work things or money things, or just in money mode, right? That's like a big vibe we get here. It's also an energy of dedication. It's craftsmanship. It's artisanal. So there might be something you're working on or wanting to work towards. Let's dive deeper on all of it though, Taurus. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for Taurus, please. Talk to me, my guides. What do we got? And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's start in with that Four of Swords. Okay. And yes, if you're a reader yourself or you're just learning, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you have any messages that you want to give to Taurus, you can drop it down below. I don't mind. All right, Four of Swords. Thank you. And I keep getting this frog in my throat, Taurus. I don't know if you notice, like I've been clearing my throat more than I normally do. So a lot of you might really need to check in with something involving the throat. I just feel like I need to give that message. But we have the Eight of Cups in the upright underneath this Four of Swords. Yeah, this is just somebody saying like, all right, I've had enough of this. And I kind of picked that up for you a few weeks ago. There was a reading called Enough is Enough. The Eight of Cups is somebody moving away from something. So maybe there is something you've recognized that you need to take a break from, or that you need to stop, or you need to relieve some pressure. That's a big vibe I'm picking up here. Okay. For a portion of you, this could be somebody unwilling to move on from something as well. So there might be a person, place, or thing that you were just unwilling to move on from for whatever reason. Or this could be how someone's feeling about you. I'm not trying to come at anyone sideways. Okay. But that's just the vibe I'm getting here. Right? Like unwilling, not wanting. It's an interesting message. Okay. Or just putting something to a halt, putting something to a stop. We're going to go in on that Seven of Swords because I've been really wanting to get there. I want to get over to that Eight of Pentacles too. And notice we have repeating eights now, which is another thing I've been seeing in a lot of, in I think all the earth signs, lots of eights. So you might want to look into those angel numbers. Let's see what's going on with that Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Thank you. Five of Swords in reverse. Okay. Yeah, I'd feel like somebody, they weren't trying to be malicious here. For some of you, I do feel like this could be, I don't want to say accident prone, but I am getting the energy of possible mistakes, mishaps. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. Usually this is an extremely competitive, head bumping type of energy. And I feel like this could be somebody who's wanting to smooth something over in the center. Obviously, it could be other things. For a portion of you, it could be really rough. This could be a very narcissistic individual here with the Seven of Swords, Five of Swords in reverse, like somebody that they're never wrong type of energy. So take from that what you will. But a big vibe, the main vibe I'm picking up for a lot of you is watch out for big mistakes in this time. Watch out for mishaps, whether it's misspeaking or taking the wrong action or thinking things in different ways than they should be. This can also be somebody wanting to apologize to you as well. So whether it is, I mean, I know I'm giving you lots of messages here. Take from it what you will, but just beware of mistakes in this time. I will say that, making mistakes, saying the wrong thing. Let's go over to the Eight of Pentacles. I'll show you this Five of Swords. Usually this is like combative, cold, someone that's like determined to get something going. In reverse underneath the Seven of Swords, it's like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to step on your toes. I didn't mean for that to happen. Okay, it's like somebody wanting to smooth something over. Let's go in on that Eight of Pentacles. But for some of you, if you've had some like really rough attachments in your life, that's what's showing up here with like the sneakiness and non-combative. Like this is somebody that combats people in a non-confrontational way, if that makes sense. Let's go in on that Eight of Pentacles. Then we'll do a recap before we get into the shadow card. Okay, Seven of Cups. I mean, you're not going to lack for options here, regardless of what's going on in your life, what you're going through. Mistakes or not, it don't matter. You're going to have options available to you, and that's good. Once again, we do have more of this overabundance of the mental energy with the Seven of Cups on the back end, because this is one of my cards of daydreaming. So I'm getting this interesting picture of someone like being at work, passing the time away by like drifting into la la land. Could be you or someone else, right? But the Seven of Cups to me is a big card of options. Okay, so regardless of what all this other stuff is, the challenges, mistakes, mishaps, like I said, there's going to be a lot of options at your fingertips, okay? Like more than you possibly think. So I would stay optimistic. I would stay positive, like, because to me, this is somebody that has like their whole lives ahead of them, or they have like the whole world at their fingertips, even if they don't quite realize it. So this is good. For some of you, you might be exploring different job opportunities as well with the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. But I like it. I feel like this is a good mixture on the back end. And once again, we have another repeating number. We have the Seven of Cups. So you have repeating sevens, you have repeating eights. In this time, watch out for the number signs and synchronicities from Spirit, because that could be huge. Spirit could be trying to guide you. But if you kindly look in the box, let's go through and recap it. Then we'll get into the shadow card. In position number one, we have the Four of Swords with the Eight of Cups. This could be something that you are wanting to put a stop to or take a break from. There could be something you really need a break from. But another vibe we're picking up here is somebody who is refusing to let something go or refusing to move past something. So that's up to you if that's good or bad. Could be either. Moving to the center, we have the Seven of Swords with the Five of Swords in reverse. To me, this is somebody that possibly didn't mean what they did, didn't mean what they say. I felt like this is more of a warning about mistakes in this time, that Spirit might be saying like, hey, you might say the wrong thing, you might do the wrong thing, or somebody you're connected to is prone to do something they don't mean. But I also got like a complete inverse energy as well, because this can also represent somebody that is like a huge liar. So hopefully this isn't just like a gaslighting individual. I'm not just going to go that route. You know me, I try to keep it as positive and easy flowing as possible. But on the back end, we have the Eight of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups. I got this interesting picture in my head of somebody like passing the time at work, like in la la land, just thinking. So some of you might be prone to do that in this time. But I feel like if you're not exploring job opportunities, because that could be it, you have many more options than you think. This is somebody that has their whole lives ahead of them. This is a beautiful energy on the back. So even if you're going through any mess like this, keep this energy in mind. The Seven of Cups, you have many paths you could walk. Please take a screenshot. I'm going to get you one shadow card here, Taurus. Let's see what we got for my friends, please. What do we got for Taurus, please? Shadows. Yeah, I'm still using the Shadowland Tarot for this portion. I love ending off every reading with a shadow card. I feel like it's very introspective and nice. So what's going on with Taurus, please? Thank you. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. So once again, another repeating number. This is the third seven in this reading. So the repeating sevens, the repeating eights. If you're into numerology, I would look into these a little further. Now, the Seven of Wands is a card of determination, right? But this can also represent somebody feeling trapped or stuck in a rut. And when we look at the shadow side of a card, we just need to remember That's what we're looking at. We're not looking at the positives or the determination. Some of you in this time, you could have like massive cabin fever. You might want to break out of some sort of, daily routine when we have the Seven of Wands in the shadows. But it could be various challenges coming down. So just in this time, it might be a little more hectic with the Seven of Wands here, or you could feel like your back's against the wall. You may be prone to feeling trapped here when this card shows up, because this is a card of imprisonment. But I would always say with determination cards, it's Spirit also saying not to give up. Keep fighting the good fight, keep pushing, keep moving, right? Life's all about those cycles. So Taurus, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the February subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the January subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for February, I've decided to run it back. Once again, we're doing 2 copies of the most adorable deck in all the land, the Smith Tiny Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments which card from this week's reading you thought was most adorable. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of February, the winners will be in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.